Should we move for 14 now? Yes. Okay. We came to 14A. Our task is to consider requests from those accreditation of non-governmental organizations. So we have to proceed the requests that satisfy the criteria for accreditation. We may wish to recommend these NGOs to the General Assembly for accreditation during June 2014, so that we may potentially call upon them in the future to act as an advisory capacity to us. So, Mr. Proshan, are you going to be? Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is now the fifth of the committee sessions at which you are considering requests for accreditation received from non-governmental organizations. Members will recall that 156 NGOs have been accredited to date, either by the Third General Assembly in 2010 or the Fourth Assembly in 2012. Document 14A presents several lists of NGOs and other entities, and perhaps we can show them on screen as we proceed. In paragraph 4, there are 12 organizations that satisfy the criteria for accreditation as set out in paragraph 91 of the operational directives. And in the committee may therefore wish to recommend that they be accredited when the General Assembly meets. The request, the dossiers for each of these organizations have been available on our website since early mid-October for consultation. Paragraph 5 continues then with a list of several entities that, based upon the information they provided, do not appear to satisfy the criteria for one reason or another. Either they're fairly recent organizations or the scope of their activities in the request that they submitted is not clearly related to the work of the committee. Finally, if we turn to Annex 1 of the document, it presents two lists. The first is those NGOs that still have pending files where they have sent their files, the Secretariat has responded with a request for additional information, and the state has not yet responded in time for the document to be finalized for your examination. And then finally, at the bottom of the annex are 15 organizations that began the process, the Secretariat responded to them, and in the last 12 months we've had no further communication from them, so we propose to consider them as having left their requests in suspense. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you. We can proceed directly, I think, to the list of NGOs listed on paragraph 4. Can we have this list there on the screen? Since these organizations appear to satisfy all criteria set out in the operational directives, I think we can decide to recommend them without any further debates, if there are no objections. And so, can we? No comments. We adopt them. So I believe we agreed to recommend to the General Assembly that is accredited these 12 NGOs, and I will ask the Secretariat to insert their names into the draft decision at that time. The next 7 organizations listed in paragraph 5 have not been recommended by us to the Secretariat. So, any comments, any objections, ideas? We are not asked to take a formal decision on these 7 organizations today, so I think we can simply take note in our summary reports. I also understand that we not in need to act on the organizations mentioned in paragraph 7, and listed in the annex, and thus we may now move directly to the adoption of the decision. So could we see the draft decision on the screen? I don't see any objections, comments. I propose to approve it in whole. Adopted.